Are you afraid of dying? If so, why? I was recently diagnosed with cancer and that made me afraid. Funny thing is I never thought I would be, but now I am. I'm mostly afraid of not being able to experience things in my life that I would want to experience, like marry buy our first home, go to vacation, etc. I'm also afraid what my death would do to my partner and parents. And of course I'm afraid of pain and dying alone in some hospital. So yeah, let's hope I will recover and not have to think about this for another 50-ish years. Yeah, I'm pretty young. I'm sorta in the same boat. I got diagnosed in 2019, a few months before I turned 30. Not a day passes by that I don't think about my mortality. I'm not necessarily afraid of death as much as I am afraid of dying a slow and painful death. Also, I want to live and experience things. I'd like to marry have kids, have grandkids, etc. I asked God for 45 years, 5 short of your 50-ish. I'm not even sure what form he or she/it takes or is real, and if my wish will be granted, he or she/it certainly isn't obligated to do anything for me, but it doesn't hurt to ask and I'm not afraid to ask. Here's to hoping we get the time we asked for, maybe even more. You'll Polo, wish the best for you. My best friend had a near-death experience the other day, the day after we chilled, and he told me that little accident made him realize he actually is scared of death because there's so much he still needs to do. I'm scared of death for the same reason. I want so much more from life before it ends. Dying right now at the age of 19 would be terrible and excruciating mentally. Dying at the age of 91 when you have a life to reflect on and almost no future is a different story. I guess in my mind there's a time where I will be willing to die, but not until my business here is finished. Edit, I don't know why everyone thinks by saying it would be excruciating mentally that I mean after I die, but I mean the conscious moments of impending death, for however long that lasts. I know this is not true for everyone, but it's my hope and I believe it's possible. That's the way to word this question. Yes, I am. I'm not scared of being dead, but I'm very scared of becoming dead. I'm even more scared of nearly dying but surviving with a fucked up brain or something. Same. I'd rather be dead than half dead in a sense. My poor sister had an aneurysm and all her motor function was totally reset. She had to relearn how to do everything from walking to swallowing. Her behavior is also totally out there sometimes. She's gotten a lot better, but she'll never be the same again. I think I'd just be disappointed. My life has gotten to a place I enjoy, after struggling for a long time. It would suck to die after all the hard work. At the beginning of this month I finally realized I enjoyed my life. I'm not just living to live. I actually like my life and don't want things to go away. And now I have so much anxiety it's hard to actually enjoy life. Why are our brains so fucked? Edit, a lot of people are asking about therapy. I don't think I need that quite yet. I felt this way about 13 years ago before I got my first dog, and now those ideas are coming back as she gets close to passing. It's been a month and reducing in severity. If I wasn't getting better, I would sign up for therapy of some sort. But you can't be disappointed if you're dead. I wasn't, but now I am because I have more to lose. I can feel you. Same. I used to have the mindset of if it happens, it happens. Now I'm married with 2 young children and the thought of not being around to take care of my family is terrifying to me. Edit, folks, I get it. I'll look into buying a life insurance policy. Currently, I have good life insurance through my employer, but I know that's likely not permanent. I'll look into it, I swear. Edit 2, folks, I get it. I know that life insurance is not a replacement for me. That's why it's called a life insurance policy and not a life replacement policy. I would still feel the same about dying. Not really, but I am afraid of painful death. So hopefully it's painless when it happens. Yeah. Only a select few get to die peacefully in their sleep surrounded by loved ones. I don't want to die suffering from 2 years of pain due to cancer, etc. That's how I feel about COVID-19. My chances of dying are tiny, but my chances of ending up in the hospital for weeks with a tube in my throat are, well, they're not zero. I hated my life before. I tried killing myself, I failed. So now I'm such a scared cat because I love my life and the people I surround myself with. I don't want that to end. I'm grateful for my survival. Glad you're still here. All the best for you. This is exactly how I feel. I have tried killing myself almost 5 times, from teenage to mid-20s. Reason, I was horribly depressed and I was a victim of parental abuse. I wouldn't have cared at all whatever way I died, I just wanted my suffering to end. Fleeing helped, therapy helped. Now I am surrounded by people I love, and who loves me, who needs me. My family that I made for myself. I'm scared of what will happen to them if I'm gone. My life is no longer my own. I'm so grateful for this small and beautiful life. Edit, the response I got is overwhelming. So thankful for these comments. I'm so glad if my experience gave a little hope to you guys. For the longest time I thought all this had no meaning, but now I'm positive it does, and it won't be long before you find the meaning and purpose of yours too. Hang in there. Natural instinct and probably the uncertainty of it all. I know when you're dead, you stop existing and you no longer think, feel, do anything, but at the same time it just seems so unreal to me. I'll never be able to experience anything truly from another perspective, so how can my point of view just cease to be one day? Logically, it will happen, but mentally I can't wrap my mind around the fact that I will die and there will be nothing. That I'll experience nothing else and not even be aware of it. Yeah, you've kinda summed it up for me. Like, existing is all I've ever known. How am I supposed to comprehend that it will stop at some point? That's terrifying. Do I get a do-over? What will my consciousness do when it's done being me? I don't want to go. I rather like existing. I had to stop reading here. The way you describe it is exactly what I feel, and this whole topic is giving me a minor panic attack. Although for me it's the realization that there will come a time I won't be there anymore and there's nothing I can do about it to change it. While I am not afraid of death, I would say that I am afraid of dying. Mostly because of natural survival instincts. Same here. But I'm rather afraid of dying because I'm afraid of pain while dying. For me it's the opposite. I'm not afraid of dying, but I don't like the idea of death, and the lack of self-identity and consciousness. I am, because I am 31 and I am waiting for almost 10 years to finally start the life I want, but can't due to financial reasons and depression. I just want to live a good life, and I am afraid that I wasted too much time and that it will be too late for me to finally be happy. I'm 33 and feel the same way, especially when I look at those around me. I have made some personal achievements too, but I still feel so far behind and just not content. I know this is not good, as should you. We should be living our own best lives as happily as possible. Hopefully just enjoy the small things and improve one day at a time. Don't give up, keep pressing forward. I was 37 before I met my wife and we're waiting for our first children, twins. When I was 31 I had a huge amount of debt, my driver's license was suspended, I had a vehicle loan that was behind payments, and I knew tow trucks were looking for my car, so I would hide it the best I could. Things can turn around in a very short span of time if you decide that's what you want to do and put your mind to it. I am, because if there is no place you go to after, then I just stop existing. I will not be in nothingness, I will not be in black, my thoughts will just stop existing, I will never do anything ever again. I've always wondered how similar this is to sleep, the non-dreaming part. Does this happen every night? I used to think about it a lot, and it would actually feel like my brain was bending and creaking like a plank of wood. I think it's best just not to think about either of these things. No good can come of it. How do you work with this? I get pretty bad anxiety at night laying in bed thinking about this, and there doesn't seem to be anything that can make me stop thinking about it. I am okay with the idea of dying. It doesn't scare me, but I do worry about the impact it would have on my family. Edit, I'm glad to see others agree. I know many people who don't believe me when I say it, so I'm happy to read all your thoughts. Thank you for the awards too, strangers. Smile. I think this is the main one for me as well. No parents should have to bury their child. I wasn't afraid of death before I got married and had kids. Now, I'm petrified. I don't want my kids to grow up without a father like I did. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.